Hey guys, what's up? So I've been away for a few days. I've been just busy at work and such. But there has been a lot I want to talk about actually today. And I don't even know if I'll get to all of it. To be honest with you, but I will talk about a few things today. Uh, Number one, I first want to start off and say to the people of the Midwest that have been hit by these deadly tornadoes in Missouri and Oklahoma City and any other states that have been hit. Those are the two major ones that I've been hearing and watching on CNN and the Weather Channel. I'm sure there are way more than that, but I'll just generalize it and just say whoever has been in those paths of those deadly tornadoes, um, I send my condolences to you guys. Um, I can't imagine what you guys are going through, to be honest with you. The things I saw on TV are just frightening. The videos people have been taking as the tornadoes are happening, whether they're in their like home or their grocery store or a gas station, it's very terrifying. I saw this tornado literally split a semi in half. It gave me shivers watching it last night and watching stuff today on it. I'm keeping tabs on it um, because this is important. I mean, it really is. If you really think about it, this is a very important thing that's happening right now. Joplin looks like nothing was ever there. All you see are farm fields as far as the eye can see. You'll see a hospital, but that's it. It's the only thing that stands, and a cross from a church. It's ridiculous how deadly these tornadoes have been. Um, and I live in Minnesota, so we do see tornadoes here, but we don't get the deadly ones up here. It's just we're not primed for it. Um, from my understanding, tornadoes, why they call um, the middle of the country Tornado Alley is because you have cool air coming from the west, you have warm air coming from Texas and Arizona, from the south there, and then you have the east, winds coming, and you produce this hot and cold air, and when those two meet, those produce deadly, deadly, deadly tornadoes. And while that can happen here sometimes, we do not see the deadly force of a tornado here where I live in Minnesota. But we do see them from here, from time to time, basically. So I just want to throw that out there for you guys quick. So I just want to give my condolences to those who have lost loved ones. People here on Vloggerheads, if you are living in that area, or YouTube, I just wanted to say I'm sorry, and I hope people are doing okay where you guys are at. So, also, 2 or 3 months ago, I met this girl, and it's funny too because she just walked up to me as I was doing carts outside, and I I didn't know what to make of it because she said hi to me and she asked me how I was doing and stuff like that, and um, I started talking back to her, and I I enjoyed talking to her, and she asked me if I had a break, and I'm like no, and so I ended up chatting with her later on in the store because she was working for a third party company, giving out samples basically, and she's there about every 2 or 3 weeks. But I started talking to her, and we got to chatting, and we exchanged Facebook IDs basically, and stuff like that. And I got her phone number eventually, and we had gone out to Denny's just as a, to me, I didn't want to declare it as a date because I didn't want to make her feel uncomfortable. But I did pay for dinner and all that stuff, so I dropped a hint that I liked spending time with her anyways, and I liked her company. Um, but she at Denny, she actually invited me to her church, And I'm like, why not? I should give it a shot. And when I went there, I was pleasantly surprised how much I enjoyed going to church. I'm not gonna lie. In the beginning, I went because she asked me to, and I wasn't sure if I'd keep going or not. But I told her I would go to because she seemed really adamant that I check it out. So I did. And, I just can't tell you guys how amazing this church is. It's a Pentecost church, and it's absolutely amazing. It's not your traditional church. It's very uplifting stuff. You hear people playing their drums and the bass and the guitar and the keyboard and just everything is so. The songs are so amazing. Like, it's so uplifting to me. It heals me. It drives me to really be at peace with myself. Every time I go to church now, since back in middle of February or beginning of March, I have felt amazing, absolutely phenomenal about myself. Um, I feel something. What I feel like I'm healed every time I go there every Sunday, and sometimes a Friday night or something, and it's truly amazing. I really enjoy going there, and I guess what I'm trying to get my point across here is that this girl that introduced me to this church and that got me to go with her to church, basically, um, I have gotten to know her through the church and um, through just knowing how passionate she is about her beliefs and how passionate she is about her church, because she's a very religious person. She is your down to earth type of girl, and it's refreshing. It really is. And I'm not dating her by any means. I'm not, but I do like her, not because of one date, or not even a date, not one casual going out and getting something to eat. No, this has been 3 or 4 months in the making. I knew I liked talking to her, and I liked being around her. But my feelings have started to grow for her, and I really do like her. Now, tomorrow night, um, I'm going to tell her how I feel. Um, I asked her if she wanted to get together sometime so I could talk to her about something. I didn't tell her what about, but I told her I needed to talk to her about something. And I'm going to tell her. For the first time in my life, I'm going to tell someone face to face how I feel. And I'm not going to expect anything back. If I go into it with, I'm just not gonna be disappointed if she doesn't say she likes me back, because at the very least, I'll still be her friend, and friends are not a bad thing. I could live with being her friend. I really could, but I do really like her, really, 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 really like her, and I'm just so I admire her so much for her passion towards people, her kindness, her just something about her. I've never met a girl quite like her, and she's a little younger than me. She's like 4 or 5 years younger than me, so she's like 20 or something. But who cares? Who cares? I'm 25. That's it. It doesn't matter. She's going to college, and I'm not worried about age difference at all. That's the least of my problems, and the least of my worries, to be honest. But I'm gonna tell her tomorrow night. Um, I I'm excited. I'm not even nervous anymore. I want to tell her, and if she doesn't like me back, no big deal. I'm going into it with the mindset of, I'm not gonna expect her to say that back, so I don't disappoint myself. If I if I go into it thinking that, oh, I really hope she likes me, I really hope she likes me, then I'm gonna end up disappointing myself. If I go and do it not knowing anything at all, or thinking maybe, basically reverse psychology, I'm gonna get it through it easier. That's just my taking of it. But I'm excited. I really am. I'm looking forward to telling her. I'm looking forward to chatting with her. The things I'm going to tell her right off the bat is, you know, how much I admire her and all that stuff, how much I enjoy going to church, sincerely going to church, and how this has no effect on me telling you what I'm going to tell you. You know, I don't want, the reason I'm going to say that is because I don't want her to think I was going to church because of her, because it's not. I will probably end up going to this church for the rest of my life, because I think that much of this church. It is an amazing church. Praise Tabernacle is an amazing church. I love going there. I love just everything about it. And it's amazing. It's really, really amazing. I couldn't think of a cooler place to go. Just the way, the aura about it's different. It's not traditional. It's not your traditional church. It's uplifting. It's very, 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 it's a fun place to go to, and I could never imagine leaving that place ever again. So that's one of the points I'm going to make to her, that this has nothing to do with the reason why I like you, why I was going to church. So, and, you know, I just, I'm out of words. But I just want her to know that when I tell her this, I'm basically everything I'm telling you guys is what I'm going to tell her. I'm just going to tell her, you know, I don't. Yeah, this is hard. I'm not even talking to her yet. But I'm ready to do this. I'll just say that. I'm ready to do this. I'm focused. I'm ready. I'm not nervous to talk to her. The way it comes out, I don't know. But I've been rattling my brain for like the last month, figuring out how I was going to say this. So I know exactly what I'm going to say. I can't really say it on here because it's just, the words that I'm going to use are probably going to be a little bit different. But I respect her as a person. I admire her a lot for her dedication to the church. She's probably one of the nicest people I have ever met in my life. You know, or one of the nicest people for sure. I'm just excited. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But I'm not dating her. For those of you that thought I was dating her, I am not. I am not. I may have came up with that impression a few videos ago, probably like a month or two ago, but that's not the case at all. So, but going back to this church is amazing. It's really amazing, and I love going there. I can't think, it's just, there's just something about it. I love it. But, you know, with that said, guys, I think I'm gonna head out for the day. There's a few other things I want to talk about, but those are the main things for sure today anyways. So talk to you later.